Hi there, this is Business with Dave. In this video, I'll be giving you 10 reasons why you should start a passion business. But before I jump into this video, I want to thank everyone who's subscribed to the channel. You guys are all awesome, and if you haven't already, do subscribe at the end of this video. It will be super useful to see those numbers go up. But yeah, let's jump straight into this video. So firstly, it's fun. So when you do something that you enjoy and you're turning into a business that is potentially making you money, then that's all you sort of want, really. Because if it's a passion business, if it's a hobby that you enjoy doing in your spare time, that you're making something and you're selling it to people that actually would want to buy from you and who would repeatedly buy from you or tell their friends and family about you, then that's a great sort of recipe for a successful business, or particularly a small business, and obviously however you want to grow it. But if it's fun for you, then it won't be seen as a job. It will just be seen as just general stuff that you want to do on your free time, and you get enjoyment out of it. And I think that's a good way to move forward when you first find a business idea that you actually like doing. Secondly, it's simple. It can literally be a homemade product or a food or recipe that you've come up with or family has passed down to you and you just want to share that with people. Literally, a passion business could be anything. And I think when you have a sort of niche idea, there will be other people who will see the idea, will be interested in your passion as well, and hopefully they will buy from you. And if you can connect to that community, then you have a sort of niche pool of customers that you could potentially sell your idea to. And I think if it solves a problem, if it solves a want, then you have potential customers as well. I think that's so important. When you understand what is needed, then you can cater towards that. And it can be as simple as literally importing stuff and selling it on your own, or you making stuff and selling it to other people. So not that difficult. If you want to make it more complicated, do it yourself. But if you can keep it simple, easy, then it's all good as well. Thirdly, it's cheap. So it doesn't have to be, all businesses have to be spending thousands and thousands of pounds into their small business idea. Literally, it can literally start from £100, £200. And I think when you think about it in that terms, you are growing on a small pace. You are growing on a small scale. You're building up your customer base. You're seeing who buys it, and you improving your product as you go along. That's so key as well. But being cheap doesn't have to be bad quality. Being cheap doesn't mean you are having less stock. It's just maybe how you manage your resources, how you use your staffing, or if you're doing it by yourself, your time that you're spending on it. Hopefully, if it's a passion project, you'll be actually enjoy doing it anyway, so you'll be spending your free time doing it. So it doesn't feel like work, but it doesn't have to cost you an arm and a leg to start up a business that will hopefully give you enjoyment, give you job satisfaction, and also a sense of achievement as well. My fourth point is that it's a challenge, because life isn't easy, life is hard, but it's the whole journey part of it that you should take forward with whatever you do. And if there are negatives, like a failed decision or business decision, take the positives from it and see it as a challenge to develop yourself further, develop your business further. If it started from a small garage and you're moving into a shop, that's a progression. And I think that's a great thing to look at it. So if you see it as a progression where you want to take your business and you want to challenge yourself and you want to sort of force yourself out of your comfort zone, then that's a great way of doing it. Because if you want to take your passion into a more full-time capacity, selling it to more customers, online shop, into a retail shop, then you're going to need that challenge, that motivation, that goal-orientated sort of drive in order to get there. That's exactly what you should be doing. And I think once you give yourself a challenge, you don't want to stop. And I think that could be quite addictive. And I think once you get to a point when you're happy and you've got to a level where you think, I am satisfied, then you can start to ease off. Maybe you do less, but the consistency is still good and you're still getting customers along the way. Then that's pretty much ideal. You don't need any more because there's more customers already building up, and you can potentially do less because you have that repeat customer base already. My fifth point is that you can see it as a test. So you think you have an eye for a good business idea, business concept, and sort of a gap in a market, a niche in a market, then why not test yourself? Again, it's sort of similar to challenging yourself, but this is where you test the market. This is where you try different things, different combinations, different varieties, and see what works, what doesn't work. And if it doesn't work, discard it. If it works, work on it. And developing one product, 2 products, 3 products is as simple, is as cheaply, is super good quality, then you'll be creating something that is hopefully memorable, and you could build a reputation and a business from it as well. So do see it as developing yourself and your career as well. My next point is to have no regrets, because there's so many different ideas out there, so many different passions that people have thought about and thought that they could turn into a business, but they just never end up doing it. And I think that's such a shame. There could be so many more products out there with so many more original ideas, but just people are scared. People think that maybe they'll be laughed at if it doesn't work, and maybe the idea they just talk themselves out of it. And I think that's such a shame. Try to see the positive, see what you can potentially gain from the idea, gain it from the experience, gain from the knowledge, instead of all the negative that I'm gonna fail, people are gonna look down on me, people are gonna talk behind my back, I'm gonna be in debt. Literally, if you're gonna be in debt, you could literally be making your money in a 9 to 5, make that money back and make more so you can start your business again. Not the end of the world. It's having those regrets which will be potentially eating you up inside when you get older. That's the thing that you want to try avoid. Have no regrets, have no what ifs, and make sure you can live your life to the fullest, because you only have one life. Again, life is really short, and do make the most of your opportunities, and do seek out and create your opportunities as well. My 7th point is that it's enjoyable, it's joyful. You get an amazing feeling from your passion, and you're creating something that you love, and hopefully that will sort of translate into customers feeling the exact same thing about you and your business. And I think that's so beautiful, and I think that's so poetic, that if you can create something that other people want and people need and have the same interest as you, then there's nothing that you can not achieve with the idea moving forward. It could be one product when you start off with into a next product, and as long as you can see sort of an improvement and there's a progression and you have growing customers as well, then that should give you personal joy, that should give you personal achievement. And I think that's great, because not a lot of jobs will provide enjoyment, and just like you being happy to be at work. So if you can find something that you actually enjoy and you enjoy doing, making, talking to customers, then definitely go for it. If it helps people as well, if it solves their problems, then you're definitely onto a winner. But obviously, as simple as collecting stuff and selling stuff to people is a small business, so do find the fun in it, find the joy in it, and do push on. My 8th point is that it's something that you own. So when you start your own passion business, this is something that you own for you personally and no one else. And I think when you have something that you own, is something that you can take pride in. I think something that you started from scratch. You started from ground zero and you made it into something that is hopefully profitable, that it makes people happy. You take happiness from it, and I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think when you own something, you have control over your decision making, what to do, where to take your business. You don't have a boss to tell you what to do, because you're in control of your own business. You're in control of whatever decisions that you make. And I think that level of flexibility, you can be as flexible as you want. And I think that's great, because if you want to work a certain day, you can work a certain day. If you want to take certain holidays, you take certain holidays. It provides that flexibility because you own that business. You own your small business. How far you want to take it is down to you. How far you want to get other investments, again, that's down to you. But so easy to think that you're not going to have someone to tell what you should be doing, and I think that's great once you're in the situation. And it forces you to discover more things. It forces you to read up more, listen to podcasts, educate yourself, understand your field or chosen passion sector a bit more, and I think hopefully that generates more interest for your business, and hopefully you can get more from your passion business as well in terms of skills. But it's a whole loop, and I think that's such a good thing to look at. It's such a, you learn something you enjoy, and then you're turning into customers that will hopefully enjoy the same thing, and it's the whole loop, and I think that's a great way of thinking it. And it all stems from you owning the business and you taking it wherever you want. There's no wrong or right answer as long as it's good for you and your business. So don't be afraid to try new things and just like break out of the norm. My next point is that when you start up a passion business, this is something that you can share to people. And I think when you share something, it's so much better because sharing is caring. And I think when you create something that you are passionate about and there are other people who are passionate about as well, just like for a TV show or something that is like food wise as well, then you're building that community and you're building that connection, you're building that customer base, that loyalty. You understand your customers, the customers understand you and your business. It comes from a good place. If customers like your business, then they're more likely to shop at you than from someone else. Just like them telling their friends and family about you, if they like you and your product, then they're more likely to spread that positive word of mouth. I think when you create something that is niche, very passionate, hobby-based business, then you'll be finding and connecting with those people more often and more regularly as well. And I think that spurs that passion and spurs that need to just like share more of yourself, share more of your business. And I think that's such a great way to start a business that you enjoy doing, that makes money as well, and that you're connecting with other people that have the same interest. Again, I feel like these are the same points over and over again, but again, it feels like it's very valid because when you feel something for something and someone's got the same interest, you immediately connect with those people. And I think it's the same with products and businesses. That's exactly what association is with businesses. So people associate themselves with a certain business, certain product, they buy from it because they see that bit themselves in what you do. That's the sharing part, that's the community, that's the connection. And I think if you can connect that on a deeper level with your customers, then you'll get that loyal customer base and that repeat customers as well. And final point is that it literally is, well, personally for me, the best thing you could be doing. And I think, again, this is a personal point of view. When I start my own business, this is something that I've put a lot of time into, a lot of effort into, a lot of research. And when it comes into fruition and it works out well, and obviously I've made so many mistakes up until this point. I've made so many blunders, bad decisions, but I've also made some good decisions as well. I've also built a loyal customer base. I've also created a product that I'm so happy with. My mom's cooking, Vietnamese cooking, and sharing with other people. That's my passion. I think me serving food beyond tills, either making food and greeting customers, giving customers their order, that's the enjoyment from my passion business. This is the enjoyment that I take from it every single day that I work. Seeing customers happy, seeing customers walk through our door and buying something and them saying that it's delicious, thank you for what you're doing. That's the thing that gives me job satisfaction. Literally, if there was no money involved, I would literally be doing that anyway, because that level of satisfaction money can't replace or put forward. So when you have that passion business, it can only be best for you. I think when you have your own interest and own interest in heart and creating something, that you will get that same sort of feeling as well. And I think if you can create something that is, again, making money, that is something you're passionate about, something you want to share, something that is fun, something that is enjoyable, something that will challenge you intellectually and just like you improving yourself, there's nothing that can go wrong. Literally, when you have a 9 to 5 job, you may be literally doing the same thing over and over and over again. But when you have your own business, you are thinking on your feet. You are talking to people face to face. You don't need to sell them as hard if they've already walked through the door, because they're already here for your product. So do see it as, again, a journey. If this is a thing you want to be doing, I encourage you to do it. Again, you want to find something that is fun for you to do, because if it's something that you don't find fun, then you might not be as motivated, you might not be as pumped to start your day with that can-do attitude, and that sort of makes a difference. Customers will be able to tell if you're passionate about your product or if you want to care for your customers, and they can see right through you. So if you're faking it, then you probably won't make it in this situation. But definitely, if you want to put yourself in a situation where you have a great business, a great concept, people will hopefully buy from you, you build a loyal customer base with repeat customers, then you're onto the right path. I highly encourage you to do it. There's nothing that can go wrong with it apart from if it fails, take the positives, move on to the next thing. But overall, it's a challenge, it's a journey. Go for that journey, because I want people to get to where I am, where I am so happy. I'm not super rich. I only have 1 unit and I'm perfectly happy with it. I work low hours, but I get enough customers. There's nothing I don't enjoy about my job, and hopefully I encourage you to do it the same thing. Yes, it will take time. Yes, the first 2, 3, 4 years will be so hard, long hours, very little in return. But hopefully afterwards you'll be getting that repeat customers, repeat business, because you've been there long enough and you build a reputation. So do stick at it and push forward with it. That's it for this video, guys. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, like this video and consider subscribing to the channel. I've been Business with Dave, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video, and hopefully you take care of yourself. Take care. Bye.